The Profit Point Show is the program on set this morning, and we are here to talk about profit, talk about ventures, talk about businesses, and look at ways whereby we can bring in income and be a very good participant in the economy. And today promises to be another interesting sessions, as we have two segments on the program. The first session is a business review section, and the second one is the sectorial sector, where we talk about how you can fit into different kinds of skills that we have around the globe. And today will not be a difference, as we have our guests already seated. I will be talking about something very, very interesting on our first segment, which is fintech, and we're looking at the finance aspect of it. You're welcome to the Profit Point Show today. My name is Charity James, and I will continue the program after this break. You're welcome to the business review segment of the Profit Point here on OGTV, and our topic today will look at something very, very interesting, because a lot of people are using that avenue to make money, using that avenue to gather money, and using that avenue to look for how to grow themselves along the business line. And we want to talk about fintech. That is financial technology, looking at the finance segment, the finance sector. Will it grow you? Will it bring you into problem? What are the rewards? What are the risks? That is what our guest, Samuel ADEOSUN,
Yes,
sorry for that, Samuel ADEOSUN will be
you.
talking about. He's a businessman, he's someone who is into fintech, he's someone who is into advertising, he's into marketing. So he has a lot of tentacles, and he will be telling us what we need to do about financial technology, how best we can use it. So Samuel, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate
Thank you. And you've been our guest once before
Yes,
now,
yes,
and
definitely.
we hope you lecture us on what we
All
need
right.
to know today. So let's start from the very, very basics. When we
Okay.
talk about fintech, what do we mean about fintech?
All right. The word fintech is from the two words, like you said the other time, financial technology. So fintech is just like it's a process through which you use technology to offer and deliver financial services and products. For instance, now we have so many financial institutions. Fintech financial institutions like MoneyPoint, like Kuda, and the like. So all of these guys are just startups, organizations. So they deliver what the traditional banking system could offer, bringing it into the digital space. So that is just the layman understanding of what fintech is.
Okay, that is a banking on your phone.
On your phone, electronics.
Electronics,
Yes.
using any kind of electronics.
Electronics,
Okay.
yes.
All right, now let's look at the way the fintech came in,
Okay.
and how we've been embracing it, and how it has been shaping the finance sector,
Okay.
especially here in Nigeria.
Okay.
I know that in the overseas, outside Nigeria, it has been on even
Definitely,
before now.
definitely, yeah.
But in Nigeria, it's not too long that the fintech
Yes.
thing came on board, and
Yes.
people are skeptical about it. So tell us what we need to know about fintech. What are the features? What are the good things about it? What are the bad things about it? Should people be worried about it?
All right. I think people should not be worried about financial technology, because the world is advancing every time and then. And if we keep our pace at the current environment that we see in our current dispensation, it will be hard for us to tell and know that truly fintech has come to stay. And it's not something that will go, it's something that will stay. We can even see in the likes of the traditional, banking systems. All of them are now adopting financial technology into their system, because they realize that it is fast, it is durable, it is easy. Even customers can easily do all of their transactions from their phone, from the comfort of their own, without coming to the bank at all. So that is also a means of an advantage to the banking system industry. Now, coming to fintech, I think when let me say, the world was in global crisis at a particular time that banks were not really forthcoming, it was these financial technologies structures that actually paved way for us, for business owners. Because we're like, bank is not forthcoming. A lot of us actually went online. But I'm sorry to mention the likes of OP, likes of Kuda, started doing that particular time that we have global crisis when it comes to our finances. So I think people should not be worried or scared of financial technology because it has actually come to aid our financial services. And as a business person, one of the things that has blessed me so much is the ability for me to make use of this thing. And also, you can even make money while practicing financial technology, because it's not just limited to the banking system. It's also for you as a customer, as an individual, to have your own personal finances lifestyle. So if you know how to find a way around it, it'll be easier for you to manage it and at the same time benefit from the profit.
Can you break that down for us? You said it is not only for finances alone.
Yes.
What other features does it have?
It teaches you how to manage time, how to save, how to invest. There are so many things that people don't know that is happening in this space actually. Because a lot of us think that saving is investing. Some people put their money into, for instance, First Bank, and they claim that they are saving. They are not saving because the bank is using their money to sponsor other businesses. But when you go into financial technology system, you can take your money and put it in banks like we have this.
Let's limit it.
Okay. Some banks that you can invest your money in, and when you invest your money in, they give you profit at the end of the day. But when you put your money in the traditional banking system, it will be hard for them to, for you to benefit from the money that you've deposited in the bank. But with the financial technology, you can invest your money and receive profits back. You can save. Even some people now, even though I don't borrow, people use that as a process for them to borrow money online for their businesses, and they pay back without going to bank. Because when you get to bank will tell you, okay, you need to do some things, go through some processes that might not even make you have that particular money on the long run. But when you go to financial technology, there are so many opportunities available for you that you can actually use to grow your business and as your own personal life.
All right, now let's look at the way it is shaping financial sector or the future of finances, because now is the time we have now in Nigeria using fintech. I can call it the beginning.
Okay. Yes, that's
the beginning
true. Yes.
Because a lot of people just know about the finances aspect of it. And can you tell us how it will shape the future of finances, especially for business owners? How can they benefit from all of these things that a fintech is providing for them?
All right. There is an aspect of financial technology that has to do with blockchain, which is cryptocurrencies, whereby people will take their money and do digital transactions, digital payments, whereby it is, and I think that this is the future of finances. This is the future of finances, where you put your money, probably you invest in some companies, probably Uber, you invest in Tesla. All of these things are things you can actually use your money to do without anybody teaching you. So financial technology is bringing finance into our own personal space. Instead of you going to the banks, instead of you using hard currency, you actually use soft and digital currencies in such a way that you can purchase anything, anywhere, just with your digital wallet, with your digital currencies. We have so many digital currencies out there that people are actually making use of. So I think that the world of financial technology is massive, is wide, and the way it's going to shape the future of finances is going to be alarming. It's going to, those who are not prepared for it, even I can tell categorically that some banks that I know are making use of some AIs to actually transact. Even that even makes it easier for them to communicate with their customers easily. It even depreciates the level of risk. In the financial sector, you can trust their policies that guide these guys. So I think the world of financial technology will actually make, or let me say, just boost the economic sector, because through it we have another market. A lot of people are now trying to learn it. We have so many job opportunities because the fintech are actually coming. So, and it's to not just stop there, it will keep growing. So I think all we need to just do is just to embrace it. The more we embrace it, the more we enjoy it, the more we see the benefits. But the more we begin to attack it, then we're not going to see the benefits therein.
All right, the word attack is
Yes.
what I was laughing about.
Okay.
Now can we marry the two together? I mean, using the conventional business banking sector,
Of course.
and the fintech apps and all that. Can we marry it together?
Of course.
And use it for a proper growth, especially
Definitely.
for business owners? Because if you are not grounded financially, you cannot grow on your business.
Yes.
So how can business owners use the two together and they will bring out something good?
Well, I think first, every business owner should, of course, have the conventional banking system.
Okay.
They should have that because it's really going to help them. Then they can now also marry the aspect of fintech into their own business. How do I mean? Now, once you are saving a particular amount of money for your business, with the banking system, with the conventional banking system we have, try to take some money out from it and invest in the fintech industry itself. Because if you're having two ways of income, or let me say multiple streams of income, it's going to boost your business. Even though bank is using your money in their own way, you are also using your money as you've invested it in some companies out there. It's beginning another it's also a means of another stream of income back to you. And it also even tell you how to save, how to invest, how to manage your time, how to manage your money. It even tell you like it will break down how you spend your expenses. The things you are spending your money on, this application will let you know all of these things. Because
is it like a bank statement?
No, it's beyond bank statement. Bank statement is just a part of it.
Okay.
But this one, it will tell you, okay, like for instance, there's a particular app I use. If I make any spending, it's going to save 10% of that particular spending I've done for that day.
Okay.
So if I spend like 200,000 naira in a day, it's going to save like 10% of each time I transact that particular money. So as I'm using the money for some transactions, I'm
transfer,
also
withdraw,
exactly.
all that.
So it's also saving into my account, and I'm also using that to invest in some other companies out there. So we can marry both together because even the conventional banking system now are also making use of it. A lot of them are into forex. They don't tell us, but we know. A lot of them are into forex, a lot of them are into blockchain, a lot of them are into all of this. It even started from them.
Okay.
I think fintech started from them. It is when people like us, business owners, now begin to see that these guys are using something like this. We now begin to do more research on them before we now have the like of PayPal, like of Paystack and the like. So I think marrying them together will actually boost our income and boost economic growth. We boost our businesses if we can marry both together easily.
So what will happen to financial economists now if the fintech is there and you can do it all by yourself? That means those who are professional in that aspect will have their jobs.
They will still have their jobs. How do I mean? Now, for instance, you are an economist.
Okay.
What you need to do is just to go for professional courses in fintech. Try to learn about this more because it's going to be an advantage for you because you already have a solid foundation of the financial world. So learning about fintech will give you an edge over every other person that just have, okay, let me just learn about this fintech, the coding aspect of it, the back end, the front end of it, for me to try my business. But if they have the financial background of the financial systems, then they'll go into fintech. I think they're going to do well. I believe that.
All right, now let's talk about the market and the policies policy implementation and the implication of using fintech. How can those policies be implemented? And what is the implication on the economy?
Well, when it comes to policies, I think there are some policies that is affecting the fintech as it is. I know of a particular growing fintech organization that used to tell me that before they can get their bank, accredited, they have to pay like 1 billion naira. It is expensive. How are they going to get that as a startup organization? Now there are some policies that we need
to go into the banking
stream of the fintech. So I think that policies should help them because if we have a lot of fintech organizations out there, it's also going to create a lot of job opportunities for us. It's going to like I often tell people that it is not just the public sector that grows a particular country, it is also the private sector
yeah.
that grows. So if you have so many people out there that want to venture into this field, but are scared of the policies of, okay, this is the kind of amount of money you're going to pay, you're going to have this kind of documents, and those documents are worth millions. So policies need to be created for us to, benefit from the goodies of fintech, I think. So I think that policies should be able to tell us what to do, what not to do, not being a burden on whoever it is that wants to go into that particular world.
Okay, so what will be the implication on the economy?
Well,
if all these are not too favorable with the fintech startups,
okay.
So what will be the implication on the economy?
Well, like we can all see, number one, there won't be trust anymore in the banking system. Because a quite number of people can't trust the banking system anymore because they feel like they're using their money to do other things. Number two, even their money at times will be hard for them to even get their money back at times. They'll deduct some money in their account, and yet they'll not be able to tell how
account for it.
Exactly. So, but when there are policies that makes it easy that gives room for transparency. Fintech gives room for transparency. You can decide what to do and what not to do. So it takes away trust in the hearts of customers, number one. So it affects them. Even the banking system now, the conventional banking system now is, let me just put it this way, it is dwindling. Because a lot of people are now going into fintech. We have so many people have about 4 apps, digital apps on their phone, trying to make use of transactions. I can't remember the last time I went to bank. I can't remember.
Even some commercial banks are using those apps.
Exactly. Now.
And you don't really need to go to them before you can withdraw, transfer, and all that.
Exactly. So I just think that policies that would affect us possibly should be done, should be created for us, because it's going to affect either or make the economic system. And as it is now in Nigeria, fine. I want you to know that one of the things that makes Nigeria much more better than some other companies because of the kind of institutions that we are generating from the fintech. We have so many applications, so many banks, so many systems that came up from Nigeria, from Africa, that is actually shaping the world and growing the African economy. So I think if they give more rooms to people to latch into this system of financial technology, I think the economic system of Nigeria is going to thrive. Okay,
before we go to the risk, because in life, when you have anything, there's a risk attached to it. Before we go to the risk and analyze those risks and how to maneuver those risks, can you tell us the comparison with fintech in Nigeria and fintech outside Nigeria? Are we really doing? Are we doing well?
I think to some extent, really. And permit me to mention Paystack. Paystack is really doing well. Even at some point, I even heard that some certain big organizations in the US want to buy Paystack.
And it is from Nigeria.
It is from Nigeria.
Okay.
So there are so many, abilities, skills that Nigerians have that we don't have that platform for us to, make use of that particular abilities in a global landscape. So I think that we are still far, because when we talk about fintech now in US, we're talking about blockchain. Okay. Categorically blockchain, forex, cryptocurrencies, Web3, all of these are the things that they are doing there. But we are just growing up. We are just coming up to that. It's as if we've been sleeping before. We are just waking up to that reality that, okay, this thing has come to stay, so let's just latch on it and begin to drive in that particular pathway. So I think we still have a long way to go, but with the current people we have in Nigeria, with the kind of brains we have, I think we are going to meet up with the top countries.
And
yes.
I hope it is very, very soon.
Yes, very soon.
Very
I believe
soon.
that.
Now let's talk about the risk.
Okay.
What we've been saying all along has been the rewards,
yes.
the benefits, the advantages. Now let's look at the risk. Does it have so much risk or just little risk? And what are the risks involved in them?
Well, behind everything that is good, there is something that is bad. And if there is an original, there will be counterfeit. We have so many counterfeits of fintech industries out there. So many out there. Because it is new in the market. Now, I think there are risks in the fintech industry. There are risks, definitely. And one of them is, let me call it management of personal data of their customers.
Okay.
For instance, before you can sign up, they will request for your name, your BVN, and your BVN is attached to other banks you use, your identity. So our identity is at risk. Our data is at risk. We even heard that some organizations sells most of our data to some organizations just to reach out to us. So all of these things, they are, cyber security. We have frauds out there. People can easily, hack your phone, hack. Even with your, they don't even need the password anymore.
Yeah.
They don't need it. So there are so many things that is happening in the fintech industry that though people are trying to say that the fintech industry is good, but few things are the things that make people shy away from the benefit of it. Like I said the other time, our data, our personal data.
Much,
yes. It's too much. When they are asking for your BVN, even if it is needed. So people are telling them, Sam, if you make it of this thing, hope it will not affect. I said, no, it's not. So I think this is one of the major risks in fintech. And another thing I think in fintech is the money. Okay. Because we have so many investors that want to invest in the fintech industry, but they are afraid that if I put my money into this thing and it crashes, who am I going to hold accountable for this? Exactly. So I think these are the major risks. Then, like I said, cyber security. People can hack your phone. They can easily, know what you have in your account. It's even there. Like I was in a particular place, and I was told that a particular man, he was lamenting that his account has been hacked. And money was being deducted. Almost every minute. So you have to quickly look for a way to just call the customer care, send a message, send an email to ensure that is stopped. So I think the data information we share out there is too much for us to bear at times. Let me just call it that way. Then, like I said the other time, data is important, cybersecurity is important. Then finance. To finance it is not easy. Like I said the other time, 1 billion just to register it and get it accredited. So it's too much. And when people want to now invest in it, they will consider twice before they go into that field.
So are there regulatory bodies that can checkmate all of this? And if they are, what should they be doing at a particular time? For instance, now, if you trust a fintech startup so much, and you've invested in their products, in their services, and at the end of the day, you're being duped. Yes. Who do you talk to? Because you willingly went there to invest. You didn't tell anybody before you even went there to invest. So who are the regulatory bodies that can checkmate all of this risk and put the mind of Nigerians at rest? Because this, if we like it or not, this is the in thing, and we must key into it. So looking at the risk, who should checkmate them?
Well, I think we have so many bodies out there in Nigeria that are doing it. We have CBN. CBN is doing their best. But when we look at the loaning applications that we have now, we see some people, they will take a loan of 20,000 naira, 30,000 naira, and before the loan company can actually get their money back, they will go through thick, they'll go to a lot before they can even get their money. Even some people do not even get their money back. Now, and when all of these things are happening, they begin to send your names, your obituary of you to your contact. Now, all of those things are abused. Now, I think Nigeria do not have the accurate structure body to manage all of these things. We have so many organizations out there that are not registered, that are not censored, that do not, that are not accountable to some, to some body. So I think it is not majorly the efforts, or how do I put it now? It's not really. Let me say, we can't blame the financial technologists. We cannot do that. We should blame the Nigerian system itself, because we don't have enough body to monitor them. Because in US, not all of these things happen, even though they have their own level of fraud. You understand? But in Nigeria, we still have a long way to go. So even though there are bodies, but those bodies are not active, they are not functional enough to monitor this system. Because if they are functional enough, all of this we are seeing will not be seen. The man I talked about the other time that wants to go into fintech, that they requested 1 billion from me. Now, the only thing they're interested in is the money. After the money, that's all.
On your own.
On your own. How you manage your finances, how people invest in your company does not matter to them. What they want is just the money. And when they get the money, they are up. So I think the Nigeria system needs to look into the financial system of Nigeria and put enough structures and bodies, policies that will help them grow and at the same time save them from errors.
Do you think the CBN can do that all alone, or do they need a helping hand? And if they need a helping hand, who should be that helping hand?
CBN needs help. Nigeria needs help, really. And I think the World Bank will really help us. I believe so. World Bank will help us. But I think, you know, I don't want to speak bad of my country because I'm also part of the system, and we tend to, you know, make it a better place for every one of us. So I think it would be better for them to just reach out to the experts, to World Banks, to financial analysts, to help them draft policies, models, draft, you know, create bodies that will help them, so that, because the truth is that if every country grows in the financial industry of that particular country. So if our financial institution in Nigeria is bad, the economy of Nigeria cannot grow. So we need the right bodies, the right policies, principles that will guide us and make us become everything that we have designed according to pattern.
Okay, what in all of this, what is the benefit for business owners now? Because the aim of this program is for business owners to know how they can use a particular topic that we are discussing to grow their business. Now, when we are talking about fintech, how can business owners really use them to grow their business? Not looking at the borrowing aspect of the fintech, not looking at the, how can they grow their business using fintech?
Like I said the other time, we have so many institutions out there that people can actually invest in. Because, like I said, Nigeria is not really how do I put it now? I'm trying to mind my words. We don't have enough platforms that can actually help us become everything we have designed to be. For instance, as a business owner that I am, I invest in some companies, not in Nigeria at all, in US, and they are giving me profits on a daily basis, at times weekly, at times monthly, aside my other streams of income. So as money is coming from this place, I'm investing it back to generate more funds for me. And as that is happening, I'm also using that money to grow my business. So I think business owners need to open their eyes and know where the deal is, really. Because we cannot keep going to the banking system to borrow money, because the dividends will be too much for you to even to pay back. The collateral is there. All of these things are massive. But if you have streams of income through this fintech industry, you can, like the man I was talking about now, aside running a fintech industry, is also into Forex. He's also into Web3. He's into so many things that have to do with finances, and also generating more money for him in that industry. And in Nigeria, I think if we're going to thrive in this system of financial technology, I think we need to learn how to invest in organizations outside Nigeria.
Outside Nigeria,
yes,
that's the word, outside Nigeria, because Nigeria is not really backing up the needed policies that
probably because we're just growing.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe let's stay at that. Now, as we leave, what is your word of advice to those who are using fintech and to owners of fintech? Let's talk to both of them now. All right.
To owners of fintech, my advice is for them not to project beyond what they can achieve, because I am this kind of person that I project a lot into the future. And when you project at times, you kind of over-exaggerate what you cannot achieve. Now, when I met this man, because I'm still going to have a meeting with him today concerning his business. We need to move to the next phase of the business. So I was like, okay, you know what? Stop over-exaggerating what you tend to do. A lot of them desire that, okay, I want to have my own banking system from this fintech. I said that, you know what, just take it a step at a time. So I think if they take it a step at a time, they are not going to fall into errors. They are not going to make some mistakes that are visible that will crash their company. So I think they should take it a step at a time. And they should also try to learn everything that there is about finance. It's not just about the technology. The technology will help them, but how to manage their finance itself. The basics, the do's and don'ts of finance, how to manage it, how to save, how to invest. Some people who loan their money, how to get their money back. All of this needs to be done. They need to do their own assignment. It's not just rely on technology, but you also do the assignment on knowing how best to make use of the money available to them. Then for business owners, I think for fintech, the best thing I would like to tell them is there is a lot of money in the fintech industry if they know their way around it. We have so many experts out there in the world. If they know the way around it, we have so many, because it is technology. And they often say that technology is where money is now. The internet is where money is now. So if we can learn how to make use of all of this is online. Even if you cannot get those things online, search online, meet a mentor to put you through. And the truth is that our conventional banking systems, most of them are also experts in this field, but they won't tell us. So I think there should be a place where both sectors can come together and help each other grow. How they've been managing their conventional banking system for numbers of years, combined with the technology that these guys are introducing, I think it's going to go a long way. It's going to help us.
And the economy will benefit from
exactly.
it.
But all of them want to stand on their own. Monopoly of them
and make the money all alone.
So it can't work that way. Unless we come together, we collaborate. When we collaborate, we can do more.
All right, thank you so much, Samuel ADEOSUN.
It's my pleasure
for
to
talking
be here.
to us. Fintech is something very, very interesting.
Yes.
And I hope our viewers will have gotten one or two things from what you've said. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
it's my
you.
Pleasure.
And that will be all on the business review segment. When we'll come back after this short break, we'll be having our sectorial segment.